pulled out my planner from when I got married, and I'm going to share a completely transparent wedding cost breakdown. I've gotten a ton of comments on my wedding video that went viral about our budget, and I've been thinking about sharing it for a while just to be completely transparent, to maybe help other couples that are getting married. I got married in October of 2024. I'm sure things have gone up by now, so take it with a grain of salt. Starting out, our wedding planner was worth her weight in gold. She ended up saving us so much money that we would have ended up spending later on. I don't think she's charging enough. She cost $5,750. Our wedding venue was at a hotel in downtown Nashville. It was all inclusive, so we did not have to get any rentals unless it was something that we wanted to change. It included the food and beverage, and it also included all of the suites on the rooftop, because in order to get married on the rooftop, you had to be renting out their largest suite. And then we also rented the rest of the rooms on the rooftop floor, so that it was just all wedding party people, and we had access to the entire rooftop area. We only used the largest section attached to the largest suite for the actual ceremony, but we had all of the suites. I hope that makes sense. The venue costs, inclusive of the food and alcohol, was $34,061. There were some issues with the venue. They were bought out by Hilton. There was a lot of transitional changes happening that caused a few issues. It wasn't anything major. One of the ways our wedding planners saved us money was because when Hilton bought them out, they bought new chairs that did not match our wedding at all. And I asked them, if you change these chairs out, can we please keep the original? We'll pay to keep them in storage. And they didn't. I don't know what happened to them. So our wedding planner negotiated with them to rent us white chairs, which is what they originally had. That's a whole nother story I can go into if you'd want. That's one way that our wedding planner saved us money, because that would have been an additional $3,000 that we didn't have to spend. Our photographer and videographer, also worth their weight in gold. Their work is so good. They're so fun and kind and great humans. They're a husband and wife duo. They cost $6,000. They should also be charging more. Florals, I was only disappointed in the cost of flowers, because for what we paid, I would have expected a lot more. Our florist did a great job. Our flowers were beautiful, but there was at one point when we walked into the reception and I looked at my husband and I was like, that's it? I do not like fake flowers, so that was not an option. What we had was what we could pay for, and it is what it is. There's that little tidbit. Originally, she quoted us $6,000. By the end of it, I think we paid $8,000, which a lot of people know florals can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. In the grand scheme of things, it was not as much as we could have spent. The inspo pictures that I sent probably would have cost us hundreds of thousands of dollars. I look back and I think our flowers were beautiful. I just wish you could get more bang for your buck with flowers. Our cake has gotten so much traction on that video. We got a funfetti cake. Top part of the cake was actually gluten-free wedding cake because my husband has a gluten allergy. The rest of the cake was funfetti. I have a lot of sentiments about the cake because our cake was amazing. It tastes so good. It's this bakery right by my house. A lot of people loved our cake, but I feel like with most wedding cakes, they give you samples to try so you can decide. I spent $874 on that cake, and when I asked about wedding samples, they told us that we could come into the bakery and purchase individual cake slices. So that still grinds my gears to this day, that we spent almost $900 on a cake and then had to go back and purchase slices of cake. And this bakery has slices of cake in their bake shop every day. Not like they had to bake cakes specifically for us to try. I totally understand buying gluten-free cake slices or cakes because they don't typically serve that. But the ones that they always have in their bake shop, I was just flabbergasted that we had to pay for that. Like I said, that one still ticks me off. Our band was amazing. It was really important for us to have a good band. We hired the Music City Sound, so easy to work with. They cost $7,450. 10 out of 10 recommend them, and they're pretty affordable when you think of a wedding band. Dave did not have a tuxedo, and we didn't want to rent a tuxedo. We wanted it to be his that he could wear again. I don't know if this is something I wanted or he wanted, but somehow we got in way too deep on this. We went to Richard's Bespoke Tuxedos and Suits in Nashville, and he actually does suits for like celebrities and famous people, and his work is really good. We did not realize the cost of this. His tuxedos actually cost more than my wedding dress. He got a custom shirt, a custom black tuxedo with the pants, and a white jacket. He wanted to have a jacket change for dinner and then after the ceremony. His tuxedo cost $4,600. Remember, it was completely custom and he had 2 jackets, a pair of pants, and a shirt. Yeah, it was a lot. We were definitely sticker shocked by that one. Okay, moving on to my dress. I got my wedding dress from the Dress Theory in Nashville. Worked with Maya. She was amazing. They were so sweet. My dress was Sarah 7 and they had a Sarah 7 sample sale and I was out of town. I already knew the dress I wanted. I had already been in there and tried it on twice. They were willing to match the price of the sample sale price for me, so I actually got a little bit of a discount on it. My wedding dress cost $3,678, which I think is pretty good for a wedding dress. The second dress I was looking at was $10,000. I was happy that that was on the lower end. Okay, this video has gotten incredibly long, so I'm gonna have to do a part 2 of our transparent wedding costs.